We were liars. Even when we gave it all to God, we kept a secret or two. We learned not to talk about the things we lost, or how far away heaven was. My sister went to the hospital pregnant and returned with no baby. She called me. She told me get rid of all of the sonograms. Her daughter went from dead to didn't happen. We were liars. My mother could make I love you sound like boy, go get that belt. She could make an entire meal out of salt water and eviction letters. She could iron another woman out of her husband's shirt. She taught us that forgiveness is a good place to hide a scream. We were children. We learned to play next door while our house was bleeding. My mother was screaming loud enough to wrinkle the wedding photos. Love was the longest true or false question, and divorce was never a conversation we were in the right room to have. We were liars. I tried to ask my sister about the suicide notes in her diary, and she said happy or hurt or heal, like happy hurts healing and hurting happy heals and healing happy hurts. My sister accidentally took too many Excedrin, but not enough at the same time. She wanted to make that night her last sleepless one. We were liars. We pretended that those were actually sleeping pills. We were too young for conversations about which colors we want worn at our funerals. We were liars. We waited for people to die to speak to them. My father put his wedding vows on a one-way flight, and his plane may as well have been a casket, because we learned to bury all the things that leave us loving him with our backs turned. We lied till we were old enough to drink. We drink until it's funny enough to cry. We cry until it's sad enough to forget that babies who are born crying leave their mothers breathless, but babies who are born breathless leave their mothers crying. My sister never talks about her daughter, and I am afraid that she will whisper her name into the ear of an oncoming train. I know now that prayer is a teardrop in a smoke-filled room, that babies die, that life is short no matter how much your eyes water it, because I have prayed and the heavens have erupted in laughter. I've called on God, and he has answered with the echo of an empty room, and silence is the closest that I feel to him. And some days I am quiet. I am a welcome mat laid neatly outside of collapsed church. I am a liar who let everything that he went through unhappen over time, who learned that the best way to tell a story is to change the subject.